sema what was it a month or 3 months? I think it was like a month. Let's say it was a month. So in a it was 3 months. 90 days. 90 days is 3 months. So in a karibia hiyo 90 days utaona hiyo stock itapanda, and then ikifika hiyo day akisema kuna lockdown ingine itashuka kidogo, and then iendelee kupanda. There's a theory in stocks inaitwa Elliott wave theory. Mimi sikuwa naijua, but I spotted that movement, and I even your time sikuwa nimeanza dinero or anything like that, but there are pals of mine who will see my statuses. Nilikuwa nasema ekeni do hapa toa this time nini hivyo. What I'm basically trying to say is ukiona exposure ya do ujue venye do ina work, you'll realize that living within your means is more of poa niko na ido, what can I do to get more?
Yeah,
that's just it.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that, because you also you work around investing, like what you need to invest in.
Yeah.
And you've just mentioned stocks, and a lot of people are like, oh, what's that? Such a big word.
Kitu kidogo.
What do I do? You know? But let's bring it down. Let's say I earn 50,000.
Okay.
And every time I receive my salary, in Asia, in Asia, how do I ensure that I'm able to spend, I'm able to take care of the basic needs, and also save some?
That is...
Can we break that down?
Yeah, ni sawa. Nitaanza na swali ya kwanza, unalipa how much rent?
Okay.
You have to spend as little as possible on rent, even if it means forfeiting nyumba zenye luxury kama shower and the like. Mse kama itabidi umechota maji na mtungi chota, because you do need to have money left. That's the main point, because the money left might just be your ticket out of kusota. Juu ukisema unatumia do yote, bro, there's what we call, it's an English word inaitwa perpetuity. Continuous kitu continuous. You'll just be in perpetual debt or perpetual poverty if you don't set aside kado yenye utafanya kitu. There's something mentor of mine aliniambia, his name is Patrick Macharia. Alisema the best thing that you can invest in when you don't have money is yourself.
Yeah.
Upate ile knowledge yenye inaweza kukutoa. What's that band called? Okay, not a band, it's a group. Is it Wakadinali? Dream ya kutoka kwa block. Yeah, kutoka kwa block needs knowledge. That's why what we do in Dinero is giving people your knowledge. So msee akona 50 Gs. Tafuta hao ya ka 5K max. Don't go beyond 10%. Yani
so you're saying a percentage that should be going towards my rent is 10%?
Roughly 10%, if less 50. If you can crash with someone like injury, tuseme, remind me your name? Emmanuel. So tuseme mi na Manu, or rather tuseme Manu akona place. So he's paying rent pesa flani nini. Getting a luxury ya kuishi place kama kwa Manu siezi. But I can talk to him in such a way that I'll tell him, I'll pay some bills of yours. Can we crash together? So nimekata rent hapo. But make sure ukai sana. Bana unajua kukara mse sana utachoka. Ubeshte pia inaweza isha. Tuko sababu ya kuchoka na each other. So pata place cheap. Look at what expenses after that. Number one is food. Hata kabla uende kwa stima. Chakula muhimu. Now hapo kwa food ni place wasemobu mess. Because of number one, pride. Juu especially wase wana work. Poa wenzangu wanaishia KFC, wenzangu wanaishia there's this Swahili place nimesahau, like why eat take out, mbona udishi food ya nje? Enda Kongoya, tembea kwa hiyo matope, tafuta deals, tafuta kula cabbage mpaka ile siku uta afford lettuce. Sawa. So saka food cheap, bulk buying. And then another thing about food ni unaweza nunua in bulk and then ukai store vizuri. A thing that usually saves ikiwa mko do less sana na kwa food, nunua makaa, nunua legumes mob, chemsha, eka mahali. Kwanza kaa unaishi solo, mse ataka itamanisha unakula pojo 5 days a week, ni sawa. But it's for a period of time. If you have a plan out, it's just like that thing has to be in your mind. It's just for a period of time.
So Daniel, let me ask you, have you ever been in debt?
Yes, actually.
Let's talk about how you got into debt and how you got out of debt.
Biggest debt I've ever accumulated. Hii inaweza tokea nikambe mimi ni rich kid, but no. The biggest debt I've actually ever accumulated is just okoa jahazi. Yes. I don't do Fuliza, I don't do loan apps, nana. That thing frugality is basically kujinyima. Mimi niko na hiyo.
Okay.
If I don't have cash sina.
Okay.
Some pals of mine know nimekuwa so down, I would walk from chuo. Niko hapa UN Mombasa. Naweza trek kutoka UN mpaka home. Na home ni Bamburi kuendelea Kiembeni. Sawa. So mimi naweza jipata nimetrek. Reason being hakuna do. Sawa. Hakuna poa. I'm taking debt kulipa fare. It doesn't make sense. From say yako job, unajua kuna do unangojea. So that kind of makes sense. You can budget that debt into your total money expenses. But apart from that, of which poa okwajazi inakaa kitu kido, inakaa wewe hujai kwa serious.
So the only debt you've ever had is okwajazi.
My personal debt.
Okay.
But I've helped people come out of massive debt.
Yeah.
Hata nilikuwa nimefungua stuff. When we started the academy, I will do newsletters, and one of the newsletters tulioifanya ni how to get out of debt. Literally how to get out of debt. Hata unaweza isoma iko wapi?
Okay, so as we look for that, as we look for how to get out of debt, what question do you have when it comes to finances? 0700917917, or you can go to our social media handle at Swahilipot FM on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Good morning.
Pay attention. Mambo vipi Swahilipot FM? Na enjoy the show na wasikiza kutoka Kuchangamwe. Ni Calvin Opio.
Mjambo, kwa majina naitwa T na wasikiza kutoka mtaa wa Kisauni na napenda show yenu. Asanteni.
Swahilipot 91.7 FM.
The best radio.
Mombasa.
Habari za hapa kwetu pwani, sana michezo na burudani. Swahilipot FM. Swahilipot FM. Hadithi tamaduni nyumbani, radio nambari 1 ya pwani. Swahilipot FM. Swahilipot FM.
Toka mji wa mabaharia, wakaazi na fuo zao, wavuvi wa jadi, maulamaa na malenga, wanazuoni na ngano zao, vijana na usasa, michezo na sanaa, kizazi cha jamvi na hadithi zao, wakwezi wanazi, toka jikoni na madikodiko, sehemu ilosheheni ukarimu. Hii ndo lugha yetu, huu ndo utamaduni wetu. Swahili inatuleta pamoja ndani ya Swahilipot FM 91.7. Marhaba.
Let's go. Good morning, waking up early.
I don't wanna do it, just flex. Swahilipot FM breakfast show.
Wake up. I listen to
Swahilipot. Swahilipot FM breakfast show. Swahilipot.
This is where it happens. This is where it goes down.
We're waking up.
Music is literally one of the most important things in my life.
Karibu kwenye Swahilipot FM breakfast show.
The only morning show I wake up with.
Asubuhi yako ya kipekee na burudani bora.
Touch my wicked point, oh. Make them throw me bombs, say me I go take it out, oh. If them make them talk, oh. Make them talk rumors, oh. Make them throw me bombs, say me I go take it out, oh. Baby make you no do cow, you take anything. oh. If them make them talk, oh, make them talk rumors, oh. Make them throw me punch, say me I go take it out, oh.
Timmy J on the track.
That is Kate there by Annabelle, playing right here on Swahili Pot FM Breakfast Club. Good morning to you. It is 21 minutes to 9. My name is Miriam Angel. I'm here with Emmanuel Gona, and we do have a guest in studio. We are talking about money, how to live within your means. Our guest in studio is Daniel, and Daniel runs... I'm just looking for that. Daniel is the founder of Dan's Real Estate Associate Consultant. Now, I know you're into investment, and we do want to hear about that, because so many people, there are people who have money, but they don't know where to put it. You know, like, how do I grow my money? But before we do that, how can one get out of, we've talked about how to live within one's means. Yeah, we've touched bits of that, what you need to do. But now there are people who are also in debt. Yeah, we accumulate a lot of debt. Our country is in debt. Hence, yes, the people are also in debt. How do we get out of debt?
So kuna msee anaitwa Dave Ramsey. If you're on social media, labda umekama across him. He gave a kanjaro ya kutoka kwa deni. Inaitwa snowball effect. So basically, deni zako, especially kama uko in deep debt, it basically means uko in different, kuna wase tofauti wanakudai do. So you start by looking at, or rather arrange the debt from smallest to largest, number one. Number two, from yenye inatakikana the earliest to yenye inatakikana like uko baadaye. So let's say kama ni kitu inatakikana earliest will be easy apps. Kina
wako wengi sana.
Hizo. I've ever told someone sijaingia, and like they literally formed a circle around me. They're like, what do you mean? Anyway, that aside, una-arrange your deni yako, and then you start from the smallest that is the most urgent. Deal with it as quick as possible. Go to the next one. Hivo ndio hiyo inaitwa snowball effect. Unaona inaanza polepole but inaendelea kugather. In the end utapata umemaliza deni yako yote. Because what usually happens is every time you pay off debt, you free up money for you to use. So let's say hii month nilikuwa in 10k debt, and I make 15k. If I have dealt with the 10k, this month I'll be left with 5k. But next month I'll be left with 15k plus the 5k, which is 20 Gs. So guess what you can do? You can put that money somewhere else. Now get. So your snowball effect, you can literally Google it up, Dave Ramsey snowball effect. Itakufunza everything, but it's basically what I've said. Iyo ndogo kwanza to the largest ziarrange, and then pia which is the most urgent debt to deal with.
Okay, so that's how to go about it.
It's so simple.
Kidogo, you start with the smallest,
that is the most
to
urgent.
the largest.
Yes.
And then now, how do I stop myself from accumulating more?
Good. Sasa hii ndo swali wanapenda most juu most people don't get, like, every coin has two sides. So kama uko na shida ya deni, you'll find that it's not really shida ya deni, ni shida ya income uko nayo. How much are you making? Sawa, kuna wenye wako kwa job fiti, ni sawa, you have a salary and all that, but let's be honest, the job that you do is not the only thing you can offer in the market. Like you're in radio fiti, you host the show, all that stuff, but venye tukibonga hapa kati ya si watatu wendo uko na accent ina stand out. Safi. So guess basically mzungu. So na cheki.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so unapata something that you can do, there are voiceovers that you don't need to go to other companies. This is now I'm going to do it for free ndio. Maze Kenya tuko pabaya.
Do it for free.
Like wase wanadu. Kuna kitu unaweza fanya that you're so good at. So unaweza wase mentally wachore kama cross of sorts. It's a graph, yes, but so kuna ile inaenda juu na ile inaenda side. Fiti. So hii inaenda juu iwe graph ya what you're good at. And then graph ya inaenda side iwe what you love doing. Penye zinapatana. That's what you can put to the market. So kama mimi, I'm good at mambo na money. How did I know this? Naweza kaa tu hivi na niangalia stock na nitakuwa zile za fiti. Stocks kando. I can look at your business, hivi, change this and this and this, fiti. I can look at something that you're not doing that you should be doing.
Yes.
Boom. Like, I'm hoping one day there's a gig we need to do with a consulting firm. We want to target Papa John's. There's so much he's not doing with his brand. Nilieka hivi, I'm like, why are you not Jay-Z right now?
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So guys can actually look at literally try get more money from what you can do.
Okay. So the example is, so yes, I'm a radio host, but then, I mean that pays me, right? Because I'm employed,
yes.
right? But then there are other things that I do on the side, which you've actually mentioned. I'm a voiceover artist as well.
Nice.
You see, that's my other source of income. So in case, God forbid, touch and wood, in case this were to, yes, this were to go, I'd still use my voiceovers to sustain myself kidogo. Yes. The other thing, because I also have, so you can have, you're saying one needs to have other sources of income, but look at what you're interested in.
Exactly.
Okay.
So nitaendelea niseme what you're good at. How to go about building a business from what you're good at is where headache ya most kuanga.
Okay.
Because everyone is like, poor, I'm good at this, pay me. Nah, I don't care.
Yes.
Like the market doesn't care. It cares for what they can get. So it's for you to now look at, how can I package this thing? It's valuable, fiti. Okay. You have this idea. You're not the only voiceover artist. Let's be honest.
That's
like
true.
there are millions, if not billions.
Facts.
So, how do you stand out? But uzuri nayo pia ni, the fact that there are billions of people on earth means there's a market for everyone. There's someone who once said, kitambo, there's nothing new under the sun. So kenye mi nafunza hata sahii si mi ndo niliunda. Nimequote Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey has white hair bwana. Man's is old enough to be my granddad. So voiceover artist, let me use that example.
Yes. No, actually use me as an example.
Yeah.
You said I can tell you like I tell you my interest or what I have.
How I can switch it
and
up.
then now build up my profile.
Good.
Yes.
I see what you did there. Free consulting.
Please.
So you're a voiceover artist. There are people who might not be voiceover artists, but they love things to do with voice, a voiceover artistry, and everything around it. So you like movies. There is music is part of it. Like okay, you've listened to songs and then unasikia ma ad libs hapa na pale. Si kila sauti inapewa ad lib chance. So build a community around it. A free community. That's where most people will be like, but silipwi. Yeah, the best businesses you want to get paid in the first phases. Nilipoanza the real estate firm, the first year I made only 2K. Ilikuwa BNB moja.
Yeah.
Bas. But after that we've grown. Thing is, the best businesses utalipo mara ya kwanza. So unda community around it. Someone knows someone. This I was told and it dumbfounded me to date. Someone knows someone who will pay you for what you have.
That's true.
You might not know that person though. So build a community around it and slowly build. And unajua utamu wa kubuild organically ni moja. At first it may take a while, but once that exponential factor starts kicking in, you will grow. Dinero tulianza watu 11 ka Arsenali. Sahi tuko ngiri na 1,000 plus for those who don't get 1,000 plus and we are poised to go into the tens of thousands soon enough. Tumeingia sa phase 2 ya plan. Build a community around the voice stuff. And then something else that not everyone may know, I'll recommend a book for this in a Blue Ocean Strategy. Get another market, or rather take another product that is totally unrelated, put it together.
Also, that a product that is unrelated to what my interest is.
Yes.
Okay.
A good example will be, I have, okay, hapa tuna viatu, but you can wear heels.
Yeah.
You have the stature for wearing heels.
Yes, I do.
Get into the shoe business, putting the content ya viatu out there. people will think they're buying shoes, but guess what? There is someone who will buy your shoes who will listen to your voice. Nugget. There's a lady I did this with, naitwa Linda. Linda does salsa and like all those dances. Kuna bachata nini hizo zote. Yeah, ameiva hiyo stuff. Tulikuwa she was my class 2 deskmate. Tumekuwa mabeshte hadi wa leo. So I did a session like this kwa group, and then she was like, how do I boost my shoe business?
Yeah.
And it just so happens that I knew that she was in this salsa biz and all. I told her, go into hizo events zenu, get someone or some people, 1-2, who are the best at dancing, sponsor their shoes. Give them the creme de la creme of the shoes you have. It will cost you, yes. Hakuna biashara itakucost.
Yeah.
Give them the shoes. Watakatika. Na watakatika. What people don't know is that that's a free billboard. So eventually, once msha dance and all that stuff, there are 1-2 people who will ask, hizo viatu ulitoa wapi? So mix 1-2-3 things that are not related, put them together. You will create a product that stands out. Hence the blue ocean strategy. Na come from tuko hapa kwa bahari.
Yeah.
Bahari ya red or red ocean is basically mahali penye mafish zinapigana, kuna damu mob.
Yeah.
Competition ni mob.
Yeah.
Blue ocean ni penye hakuna kompe.
Okay.
Naget, hakuna kompe kabisa. It's more of collaboration. The in comes in pia. If you can't build a product from different products put together,
Yeah.
you can build a product from different people put together. So you know Manu, kuna vitu Manu anadu. Kwa hiyo crowd ya Manu, kuna wase wenye wako interested in your services, whether you like it or not. Or someone who knows Manu, ako interested in your services. Tengeneze your link. It is so simple,
Yeah.
but it's just that it takes hard work. Hapo sasa ndo kila mtu wangana hepa.
It takes hard work.
Si rahisi.
Yeah.
And
I like
patience, right?
Yes, and patience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like talking to Daniel because he's also teaching, and you can tell that he's knowledgeable about what he's talking about. You've talked about the book is the Blue Ocean
A blue ocean strategy. Nimesahau imeandikwa na nani.
Now, for you to be able to understand, because I think earlier on you said you need to know how to make money, how money works.
Yes.
Do people need to read?
Yo, lazima. If you, okay, because we are diverse in Kenya, if you can't read, listen. I'm more of a podcast listener.
Okay.
Like hata simu yangu imejaa ma podcasts za do. I'm yet to find Swahili ones though. That's already a market for you.
It is.
If you can speak Swahili.
No.
Manu yuko.
Niko.
Manu tushampatia kazi.
Unaona mpaka niko na notes sasa.
Yes, tushampatia kazi.
So you see, hakuna mse anafunza hii stuff in Swahili.
Yes.
As far as I know. Everyone ako na ingo so yangu. Okay, mimi niko na Sheng, nililelewa Nairobi bana for a while. But there's no one doing it in Swahili. And guess what? Even the mama mbogas huanga na cash flow.
Oh, trust me, a lot of money.
Hey, yo, those people make bank.
They do have a lot of money.
And thing is, they just don't know where to put it. They need someone to teach them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing in Dinero, kuna target audience yangu. Manze unda Dinero yako. Like the country, the nation, the continent is big enough for everyone.
Yeah.
So that's already something. So unapata, how do I put it? People need to read. Like you just need to read. You can start with articles. Okay, my journey na kujua do. This is literally how it was. Class 3, saini grade 3, but class 3 back then. Tulikuwa tunafunzwa mambo na calculation, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, calculation ile ya 2 figures na 1 figure. Or 2 figures and 2 figures. Mi class 2 nilikuwa nishajua square roots, nini. My dad used to sit down with me. Tulikuwa na hao iko na compound Nairobi. So yeye atakam aketi nje na kiti na gazeti. Mi niekele kama tres kangu nacheza WWE na pillow. But then after a while he'll be like, keti chini. And then we start talking. He'd talk about money. Maybe by class 3 nilikuwa unapata hapo kwa gazeti penye kuna zile vitu za okay, I don't want to use forex because imechomewa jina. But hizo vitu za currencies and all that stuff nilikuwa nishajua kusoma. I started learning early. And that's another thing I want to tell guys. If you have kids, teach them as early as possible. one of the things I look forward to doing next year is we'll be having teen programs. These teens also have money bwana. As wako na do. But they don't know how to. Mse unatumia 4K kununua Balenciaga mwitu. Yo bro. The first investment I ever made was roughly 2-3K. Nilikuwa hapa Alidina. Wasewa there's an MMF inaitwa Zimele or Zimel, whichever you pronounce it. Walikam kukakuwa na competition nikashinda. Wakatupea do. Wakatuambia 3 places unaweza do. Tukupea do. Tukweke post bank. Ilikuwa na inflation your time was like 3%. So I'm there. 9 minus 3, 6. Eka hapo. That was from 3. I forgot about the money. Nikakuja kuipata. I think I was in year 2 something.
Yeah.
It was like 5 years later. That money had more than doubled. Juu nilikuwa nimeacha.
Yeah.
Now imagine mtoi mwenye anajua kuhusu hiyo akiwa 6.
Yeah.
And the dad or the mom anashinda kumpea taka ni K1 per month. And the kid is setting aside 500 bob per month. And the interest rate they're getting right now, MMF zinacheza. MMF fiti after tax and all that unapata 13%. 13% per year compounded. Yani umeka interest unaendeleza huigusi.
Yeah.
For 18 years. Mtoi bana hata ukasema hakuna jobs huku nje anaweza jianzishia vitu mob sana.
So now that is you're talking about okay, because I do want us to talk about how to make passive income as well. But pia naangalia time. You've talked about a lot of things that make sense to me. One of them, because even in my financial journey, I will say I'm still in that financial journey. Sijafika bado. Yes, I've been in debt. You know, I'm getting myself out of debt. I've gotten myself out of debt. I've gone back again, found myself in debt again. But the reason I asked you about books is, and also just, you've said there's reading, there's listening.
Yes.
Okay, there are podcasts out here.
Yes.
Na ziko YouTube kabisa.
Kibao sana.
One of the books I'm reading right now is Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Ooh, I started with that.
You know, they were taught money at an early age. And that now speaks to the parent.
Yes.
There's certain things that we instill in our kids. You've just said your dad used to call you, sit you down, and teach you. Kids emulate what we do.
Kids see, kid do.
Yes, they see, they do. So if we start instilling that money knowledge in them at an early age, then the better for them.
Even the better for Kenya's economy.
Yes, case in point, Daniel here. But now I'm looking at somebody who they were not taught about money, but they're also trying to understand it.
Okay.
Now we've said they listen, you know, ask around. And then also we have people who have money.
Yeah.
You know, we have people who have money, but they cannot keep it. Now talk to me about investing.
Okay.
How do I invest that money? How do I make it grow?
Okay. Number one, umetaja kitu nikakumbuka another book. Inaitwa The Unfair Advantage. That one will teach you about what you have and how you can put it out there. The fact that Kenya uko nayo hakuna mtu mwingine anaweza replicate.
Okay.
It's a good, I forget the authors, I just remember the titles. But The Unfair Advantage. Hapo kwa podcasts pia, because there are some people who are not good book readers. Yes, I am one of them, funny enough, but I have to read. There's a guy called acha ikikuja nitakumbuka na sura yake imekuja but jina
that
imekuja.
happens.
Ali Abdal. Ali Abdal. He's a UK guy. He used to be a doc. Akatoka akaingia into business. The guy breaks it down so well. People call me a good teacher until you listen to Ali. Ali is like one of those guys I'm trying to emulate because guy is good.
Yes.
So back to your question, how to invest? One of the things we do is we have a partnership with HISA. HISA is an app. Sasa hapa, this is a free ad for them.
Yeah.
HISA is a Kenyan app that allows one to invest in Kenyan stocks, US stocks, ETFs, hizo vitu zote. Apart from bonds. Bonds bado haijakam. And uzuri ni stocks za nje zinakuanga na domob. Kuna kitu inaitwa capital gains. Capital gains ni shamba ulinunua 1,000,000 ikapanda 500,000 ukauza kwa 500,000. Hiyo 4M ndo capital gains.
Yeah.
Sawa. So stocks za US ziko na hiyo tabia. Zinapandanga sana.
Yeah.
Compared to Kenyan ones. Kenyan ones, if you know the right ones, they're usually good for dividends. Dividends sasa ni ile inaitwa aje kwa Kiswahili. basically profit penye profit iko
Yeah.
kuna kado huwa mnapewa so because you own part of the business.
Yes.
Capital gains is another, and HISA allows you to now invest as little now with the US stocks as little as $5 tuseme nika 800 bob hapo. With 800 bob you can actually start your journey ya kununua stocks. So you can get the Kenyan stocks are a bit different. Kenyan stocks unanunuanga in multiples of 100. Yani the least number of shares unazanunua of a company ni 100. So the price of that stock times 100 is the minimum you can do. So you can start there. But the one I usually tell people to start with, number one, invest in yourself. Jua vitu. Number two, if you don't know about investing that much, get into very low risk investments, which can start with how do you save. Okay. Kama uko na bank account na hiyo ndo main saving yako, kuna shida. If it's where just your money flows, like pesa inarushwa hapo na unaitoa almost immediately, ni sawa. But kama ni ya kustore, don't put it in a bank. Banks will crucify me for this, but it's okay.
Where should you put it?
Kuna kitu inaitwa MMF, kuna kitu inaitwa fixed income fund. They're basically twins. The difference is what they invest in. MMFs are usually investing in short-term stuff, kina bills and the like. And then sasa fixed income, they go with kina bonds, more of bonds and other long kina company papers that are a bit longer and all that stuff. Company paper is when kampuni inaitisha pesa tu. So ekado MMF. I've been in Zimele since I was in Form 3. And utamu ni, it works just like a bank. Unaeka do hapo, ita grow na interest mob, and then you can withdraw it. Sa kama yangu nikitaka kuchukua do in some minutes, if not an hour. Sometimes it might delay poa, but it's a short period of time. Utapata do yako ishaingia kwa M-Pesa. Rusha do kwa MMF. Aya, ukitoka hapo, what assets do you have? Najua kila mtu wanga ploti. Before you get to ploti, start small. Just start small. Anza na kabiashara. Biashara might be a risky asset, yes. But if Warren Buffett said, let me paraphrase, Kenya uko in is risky, like with the knowledge you have, kama ni kidogo, it's very risky for you. Kama unajua your stuff, ni less risky for you. So ingia into a business that you're good at. In comes in what you're good at, plus what you love doing, make a business out of it. Go in, you'll make money. That money can now buy you hizo maploti and all that stuff. Though I'm more of a ranch person, I like 10 acres, shika hiyo. And they're like, that's the one I prefer.
You've mentioned assets. Let's talk about different types of assets. There's somebody who's listening in and saying, okay.
Okay. So assets basically ni kitu yenye inakuletea do. Simply put. It can get more complex, but we simplify everything for everyone. Ni kitu inakuletea do. This radio station, for whoever owns it, is an asset. Because you have ad revenue, kuna mashows mtaeka. There are some people who will want product placement. So it's an asset for someone. What is that thing that you can do, or what is that thing that you can acquire, unaweza nunua na iko inakuletea do? That's basically it. That's just an asset. Now,
let's do the flip side of it.
Liabilities. Expenses. Actually, kuna kitu inaitwa balance sheet wase. Hapa nayo inabidi wase wasome. Balance sheet, hii side ya left, uangalia hizo assets na I think it's capital and assets. And then hii side ya right ni liabilities. Na hapo ndo kina expenses. Stima yako kulipa ni nini, hizo vitu, madeni zako ziko huko kwa liabilities. Sawa. But in comes in, deni pia inaweza kwa asset. If you're getting deni kushika kitu yenye itakuletea do, hiyo ni asset sasa. Na get. Juu hiyo kitu utashika itakulipia. It's like though I don't like using this example, ushike loan uchukue gari uweke kwa Uber. Yes, Uber italipa. Sawa. That hiyo deni umechukua italipwa. That's an asset for you. It will bring back the money. Sawa. So it's basically that.
Okay. All right then. So we've talked about what people can invest in. All right. This is going to be a very lengthy conversation. You know, we're listening, we're learning, and questions here and there. Let me see if are there any questions online?
No questions so far.
I like it when unafunza say it's so simple. They're like, okay.
Yes. No, seriously, it doesn't sound simple. There's nothing simple about money.
Best believe best believe at the beginning it sounds complex. But with anything, me in the studio, I'm looking at this. The only thing I know out of this is kuunda stuff. Do I mean real estate?
Yes.
Hii inaweza unda fiti.
Yeah.
The rest, mi niko clueless.
Yeah.
Najua tu kuna nini ya receiver hapa na kuna mic, that's it. The way things happen back end, mtu wangu pale nyuma Kenya anafanya, mi sina clue.
Yeah.
But the more you learn it, the more you get good at it. It's just like muscles.
The more we learn about money, the more we get better at it. Of course, this conversation continues. Every Wednesday, we will be having that financial talk with a financial advisor. I know we need to bring Daniel back because I feel like we need to delve more on investment, on what we need to invest in. You know, somebody who has money, what do they do with it? You know, and also you've talked about putting your money in the bank. Now, there's something that people always do is, I have money, I'm saving it. But if I'm saving it, how is that hurting me financially? You know? So there are a lot of things to talk about when it comes to money. How can people get you?
First, my phone number, najua watu wanaweza ni spam lakini ni sawa, 0715 390044. You text me, tell me you want to get into the academy is free.
Okay.
The WhatsApp academy is free. The events peke yake ndo wana charge. Okay, sina event space sahi.
Yeah.
So text me. You can email me at dancedinero@gmail.com. I'm not really that active on Instagram, so
just say your number again.
0715 390044.
Okay. He is a 27-year-old. He knows a lot about money. He's never been in debt. The only debt he has ever gotten is an Okwajahazi debt. Says a lot. Says a lot. So if you want to learn from him, you know where to get him. 0700917917 is our WhatsApp number. You can send in your questions as well. What do you want to know about money? In a bit, we're going to talk about relationships. Yeah. How do you keep that man? Yeah?
Pay attention.
Mambo vipi Swahili Pot FM? Na enjoy the show na wasikiza kutoka Kuchangamwe ni Calvin Opio.
Amjambo, kwa majina naitwa T na wasikiza kutoka mtaa wa Kisauni na napenda show yenu. Asanteni.
Swahili Pot 91.7 FM.
The best radio.
Mombasa.
Habari za hapa kwetu pwani, sana michezo na burudani. Swahili Pot FM, Swahili Pot FM. Hadithi utamaduni nyumbani, radio nambari 1 ya pwani. Swahili Pot FM, Swahili Pot FM.
Toka mji wa mabaharia, wakaazi na fuo zao, wavuvi wa jadi, maulamaa na malenga, wanazuoni na ngano zao, vijana na usasa, michezo na sanaa, kizazi cha jamvi na hadithi zao, wakwezi wanazi, toka jikoni na madikodiko, sehemu ilosheheni ukarimu. Hii ndo lugha yetu, huu ndo utamaduni wetu. Swahili inatuleta pamoja ndani ya Swahili Pot FM 91.7. Marhaba.
Swahili Pot 91.7 FM Mombasa.
Swahili Pot. DJ comes 254.
What's it by now? What's the elevate? Orimi kole abanet. How bad fella want to suffocate? With the bad doing the jollificate. All I told me, I'm a party with it. Oh, I told me, I'm a party with it. What the told me, I'm a party with it. Party with it. I'm a party with it. What's it by